Hey guys, it's Abby with Amelia James by Abby, and we are on day 8 of our organization workshop that we started last week. Last week we started with our closet, and we went through the process of evaluating all of the clothes that we have and sorting them according to the joy sparking test. And then we worked on putting them back and figuring out a good way to organize what was left and in a way that made sense and that felt cohesive. And then we also worked on organizing the rest of the items that we store in our closet. So for me, that's shoes and the towels for our master bathroom, and a couple pieces of luggage and that type of thing. So if you missed it, please check out my other videos and see if I can help you get your closets organized. And today we are starting pretty much the same process, but with our dressers. So I know some of you guys feel like your dressers are more of your problem area than your closets, so hopefully this will be a really helpful workshop for you. So I am going to kind of film step 1 and step 2 together, that way if you have time and you're able to kind of do them at the same time, then you can, and then if not, if you need to take a day or two to get all this done, then you can. So the first step for our dressers is going to be very similar to what we did with the closets, and that's going to be take your before pictures, open up your drawers and snap a quick photo so that when you look back you can see your progress and know kind of where you're starting, and then assess what is working and what's not. So, for example, if you can't get your drawers closed, then something is not working for you. So that might be something, or if if you're constantly not able to find something, then that would be something that's not working for you. Or maybe you have a drawer divider that you thought was going to work really well, but in reality, it's just not working. Like you can't keep up with it, or you don't actually like to put your stuff in there. So just figure out what is working for you and what's not, and that way you kind of have an idea of what you're hoping to change as we go through this process. And then after that, set a goal or two. So for me, personally, one of my goals is to make sure that everything in my dresser fits. Just having had a baby, well, I guess that was last year, but, recently-ish, I want to make sure that everything fits me and that everything is something that I'm currently using. So there may be an item or two that I need to keep. Right off the top of my head, I can think of slips. It's like I can't get rid of my slips. I'm old-fashioned and I have to wear a slip with dresses, but I don't wear dresses super often, so I'm going to find an alternative place to store that so it's not taking up valuable drawer space for me. And my one rule through this process is that my rule for myself, and I would suggest it for you as well, is that you do not need more space. You work with what you have, so you don't need more space, you need less stuff, so keep that in mind. If you go through this sorting process and you still don't have enough space, if you're still having trouble closing drawers, then you probably have too much stuff. So that was day 1, or step 1, to kind of just assess, take pictures, make a goal or two, and then after that, step 2, or day 2, is going to be same thing that we did with our closets, and that's to take everything out of your drawers and put it on your bed so that you can sort it. So hopefully you did step 1 and you sorted the first part of the workshop and you sorted your closet, so you kind of have a system. How you like to sort your stuff. So I like to do the joy sparking test, and that's to ask does this item spark joy in me? And I think that the dresser offers a good opportunity to really kind of further understand that question, because I can think of a pair of pajama pants that I have that they're old. I think I've had them since college, but they've been with me through 2 pregnancies, and they're really stretchy and they're really comfortable, but they're kind of ratty, and I would not call them stylish by any stretch of the imagination, but they spark joy in me. They are like the perfect lightweight, so I don't get hot, and they're really stretchy and they're really soft, and they spark joy in me. So even though somebody else might look at them and be like, why are you keeping that nasty old pair of pajamas? Like, they spark joy in me. And you know what? That's okay. I'm going to keep them because that's what this is about, is finding what you love, what sparks joy for you, not for everyone else. So I just wanted to kind of remind you and give you permission to hang on to those things that for someone else they may not understand why you keep them, but if they spark joy for you, then do what's right for you. So let's see. All right, so you're gonna sort your clothes, and if you're short on time, if you need to, then you can just go drawer by drawer, because most likely you have all of one category in a drawer. If that's not the case, like if you have shorts in a couple of different places, then make sure that you do it by category. So do all of your shorts in one go, do all of your t-shirts or whatever in one go. Yep, so sort it the same way that you did your closet. And I would recommend taking like a couple, like 30 seconds, and get a damp rag and just wipe out your drawers while you have everything out of them. This is a perfect opportunity to do that. And tomorrow I'm going to talk about what I feel is a life-changing way of folding your clothes and putting them back in your drawers. So if you are open to that, if you are open to figuring or to learning a new way of organizing your drawers, then maybe just when you're finished with your sorting process, just throw your items back in there, and that way you're not having to do double work. Because if you like the way I show you that I fold my clothes, then you may want to take everything out and refold it. So I would just suggest don't refold everything and put it back until you have seen the next step, and you can decide if you want to try it or not. So let me know if you guys have any questions, and I am really excited to get going on our dressers.